Joining us at this point is Maria Tabassum, Director, Madina and Global Group of Institutions, Hyderabad. Dr. Lubna Kamal, Impar Media panelist, is also with us live. Major Mohommed Ali Shah, Impar Media panelist, also joins the broadcast. Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, live with us. Colonel Zahid Siddiqui, Impar Media panelist, is also joining us live. Major Mohommed Ali Shah, should women be allowed to dress the way they want to? Should institutions be allowed to frame rules the way they want to?
Uday, firstly I would say, Ishwar Allah tere naam sabko sammati de Bhagwan. Madhab nahi sikhata aapas mein bair rakhna, and you said rightly that women should be allowed. I mean, why not? Why not? They should be allowed to wear what they want, how they want. It's totally their right. Totally their right. If a woman is dressed in a shalwar kameez, as Abbas bhai rightly brought out, does that make her a bahanji? If a woman is dressed in jeans or a miniskirt, it makes her very modern. The modernity is over here. The progressive or regressive is in the mindset. Now, you mentioned about Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan.
Before you come to that, you answered the first half of my question, Major Mohommed Ali Shah. What about the second half? Can institutions or should institutions also then be allowed to frame rules the way they want to?
100% Uday. I come from the army. I'm from the armed forces, and of course, referring to the Kerala governor's interview as well, when he mentioned the reference of an IPS officer, lady IPS officer. I think uniforms should be honored, provided a uniform dress code is set. When there is no uniform dress code which is set, you cannot come mid of the term and say, oh, these were the rules. It's like playing a game and losing in the game, oh, I'm getting thrashed, so I'll change the rules according to my convenience and according to my benefit. I certainly respect the uniform. I certainly respect the fact, had uniform standard been laid out there right in the beginning, that women will not wear hijabs, it would be respected. It would have been respected by everyone. But suddenly, and coming back to your second question, yes, I think uniform should be honored very much. Why not so? In the army, you cannot have women saying that, oh, I am a Muslim, so I'll wear a hijab in my morning parade. You cannot do that because it is laid down over there. But in schools where it's not laid down, now, the whole objective, the whole mudda was about these 6 girls not being allowed to enter college, school, whatever, right? Now, it has all taken a different turn now. It's taken a wrong turn. Now the argument is, should hijab be banned or not? How can one ban hijab? One Italian minister said correctly that how can I talk against hijab when I see Mother Mary covering her head all the time? And as Abbas bhai said, FIFA, the International Basketball Association, they are German boxers of Lebanese origin as well, who do boxing with hijab. The New Zealand police, they allow women with hijab. The UK, the most conservative states like UK, USA, there the women wear hijab. Now let me tell you one more thing. I'll just quickly say that I heard Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan's interview with Maria Shakil on CNN News 18. You mentioned about Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan. Well, I will tell you, I am in agreement with him with all the points except for 2 points, and I will tell you which are those 2 points. I'm in agreement with him that Islam lays foundation for 5 pillars of Islam, 5 tenets, the 5 essentials. Hijab does not come under that. Agreed. Yes, he's right over there. It does not. It's not an essential. Like the essentials. The 5 essentials are kalma, namaz, hajj, zakat. These are the essentials. These are, you have to actually obey them. Now, if you do, it's your choice. Now, similarly, there's something known as haram, there's something known as halal, and there's something known as makruh. Haram is something which is not allowed in Islam. Halal is something which is welcome, yes, and makruh is something which you can avoid. For example, drinking is haram, smoking is makruh. If you can avoid smoking, it's makruh. Similarly, there's choice given to you. And yes, women should be allowed to have their own choice. Now,
okay, women should be allowed to have their own choice.
But in Quran Sharif, chapter 24, verse 30, where there's hijab for men as well, which means a man should actually lower his glare. The moment he is confronted upon, or he is meeting a lady who is not his spouse, which is aankhon ki sharam jo kehte hain ek tarike se. Now in verse 31, there is a mention of hijab over there as well. In 33.59, in chapter 33, verse 59.
Okay, so you're saying there are mentions of it in the holy book. Whether the hijab is an essential part of the daily practice of Islam, is that the moot question which needs to be considered by the court? Mohommed Ali Shah.
Okay, Uday, I'll give you an example. On 2-wheelers, especially in Pune, I did my graduation from Pune. So in 2-wheelers, We have women who cover their head and their face and they ride a two-wheeler to protect themselves against dust and sun. So what do you call that? Now secondly, again, when we quote the Constitution of India, Article 14, Article 21, Article 25(1), Article 33, Article 44. Now Article 33 and 44 also give the power to amend Article 14 and Article 21A for that matter. So certainly when the Constitution of India came into place, I'm talking about, I'll take you back to 950-51, I'll take you around that time. Now when the Constitution of India was taken into place, not just the religious rights, all the national sentiments are considered, but both put together were considered, and hence so that is why, the reason being why Sikhs are allowed to wear turbans. They can also carry the kripan, and let me tell you, carrying of kripan has never caused any security threat ever. So that's why they do carry it, but it's by choice. You will find many Sikhs who will also cut their hair by choice. Many Sikhs would not carry kripan by choice. So let people actually have a right to choose what they want to do. And if there are rules set in the beginning itself, it always solves the problem. Like in the armed forces, in the IPS, you cannot wear a hijab on parade or,
okay,
or in uniform. It is set, and that is why you will find no such violations there. And in colleges, in universities, I have never heard of uniforms there. Let me tell this to you, I have heard of uniforms in schools. Yes, and should be honored by all means.
Yes.
But when now Sorry?
Yes, fair enough.
Okay. So I know you're running out of time, so I don't want to eat too much into your time. And there is a lot I can go on and on about it today. And I can vouch for the fact with conviction.
So you're surprised.
Nobody would ever be able to take me on that.
Yeah, you're surprised how such a rule is being set in a college. You can expect it perhaps in a school, but in a college you feel it's vested, perhaps political. Okay. Thanks to our panelists for joining us.